So that tattoo you have about only the strong will survive, that's the mode that your child is being in. And your child should not be in that. Her parents should not be using drugs. Her parents should get her life together, and somebody else should not be raising your child. And you just 100% living off the government, that's not going to happen in this court. You get another job. Do you understand?
All right, so we have a woman today being exposed by the judge as a deadbeat mom trying to live off the government, collecting food stamps and benefits, but her child is not with her. Yes, and this is happening way too often. Mothers collecting benefits, whether it's child support or from the government, and they don't even have their own children. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
3 CR 2906, State of Texas versus Summer Munoz. All right. So what did you test positive for? And you want to go back to I only use marijuana with me?
No.
I'm sorry. Can you speak up and could you uncross your arms? You're not a little girl. We're not in a classroom. You are in a felony court where you could potentially go to prison. So what are you been using?
And marijuana.
When's the last time you used?
Like this morning.
2 days ago.
She said 2 days ago. I was close enough.
No, it's more than 2 days ago. How often are you using?
I just got out of jail, so I haven't been using that often.
Well, I mean, you went straight from jail to use. Don't give me attitude.
I'm not.
You've been dishonest with the court. You made them waste of, you think UAs just are free? You made them waste a UA, telling me that you're going to be positive for not only when I knew it was not going to be the case. And now you're positive for means in. So who are you using with? Are you using by yourself in a dark room? Or are you using with some boyfriend? Who are you using with?
No, actually where I'm staying at.
And where is that?
With a friend.
Who is this friend?
Her name is Natasha.
All right. I like the way you make up names. I can't believe anything you're telling me now because you were dishonest about the drug use.
It's the only place I have to stay at right now, so I'm day use, and it was tempting.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to want a TAP evaluation ASAP, please. Are you employed?
No.
So how are you supporting yourself?
I'm not.
So who's supporting you?
Nobody.
Well, what are you eating other than drugs?
I'm not.
So who's supporting you?
Nobody.
Well, what are you eating other than drugs?
I have food stamps.
I'm sorry, what?
I have food stamps.
Who's giving you food stamps? You don't have your child with you. Those food stamps are for your child.
Yes, ma'am. I just recently applied and I got approved for emergency food stamps.
I cannot understand a word you're saying.
I applied and I got approved for emergency food stamps.
I know people who really should have food stamps that don't get approved. So you don't have your child with you. You're probably selling your food stamps for me. And this is a tampering with a government record. So I don't even know if you obtain your food stamps legitimately. So what did you tell them in order to get food stamps? Because you don't qualify. I think she's probably going to end up with another criminal case. Yes. Because I don't know a government giving out food stamps to people who won't work. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have your child with you. Somebody else is taking care of your child. Well, no, not for me.
All right, now, while you're up here messing around, don't end up with food stamp fraud charges.
I have to look for work. It's like one of the conditions that they gave me in order to get food stamps. So I'm supposed to be going to the workforce.
Well, you're obviously doing a poor job of it, but I tell you what, you're in this court, you're going to have employment. I'm not going to, the length of probation is outside the agreement. So it's going to be more than 4 years in this court because she has a lot of work that needs to be done I don't know why you're giving me the attitude.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm sorry.
Judge, please just lock her up. She don't want any help. How can you be this messed up and disrespectful at the same time to somebody that's trying to help you? Since she want to roll her eyes, roll her right on in that jail cell.
Yes, you are. Either that or it's because you're high. I don't know which one it is, but You're giving me attitude, and that attitude will most likely be readjusted by me at the Bexar County Jail. So I don't know if your attorney told you this, but I can send you to the Bexar County Jail as a condition of this probation, and I can also send you to the state jail facility as a condition of this probation for attitude readjustment. Do you want that?
No.
All right, so I'm going to sentence her to 6 years deferred adjudication. You're getting a job, and there are plenty of jobs that are available. You're going to knock your pride aside, and if you're going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's or working on fries, you're going to be the best fry person you can be until you move up. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
9th grade.
9th grade. Why did you drop out?
I had a problems at home.
What were these problems? You using drugs?
No, not necessarily. Just like things that were going on with my mom's marriage and everything else.
And what's that tattoo on your neck?
It says only the strong survive.
All right. People love to put down sayings on their bodies because they can't remember them.
This is definitely my judge right here. Ladies, I told y'all about those tattoos.
All right, it's going to be a $1,500 fine, probated. Proof of employment. And it's going to be proof of full-time employment within 15 days. If you have to get 2 part-time jobs, you will get 2 part-time jobs for the court. Full-time employment is at least 40 hours a week. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Has Child Protective Services been in your life?
Yes.
And so were your rights terminated?
No.
What happened to your parental rights?
I still have my rights, but I just don't have my daughter. My county has agreed to take care of me until take care of my daughter until I get back on my feet.
Parenting classes, and I want intensive parenting classes. There's to be 150 hours of community service restitution that will not be waived. She has to do those. You're either going to get your GED or either you're going to get some sort of trade certificate. Take in consideration 2023 CR 2907, County Court Cause number 667-964, 685-144, 70047. I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court, TAP evaluation. If she's not accepted in felony drug court, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment with probation. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. The UA hotline, and she's to be tested once a week. Make sure the levels are going down. If the levels start going up, issue a motion to revoke. And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per week until further notice. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Oh, I'm sorry, 1 time per month. Probation would have got a shock. Anything else you need from the court to be successful? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We can go off the record. So that tattoo you have about only the strong will survive, that's the mode that your child is being in. And your child should not be in that. Her parents should not be using drugs. Her parents should get her life together, and somebody else should not be raising your child. And you just 100% living off the government, that's not going to happen in this court. You get another job. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you got those food stamps illegally, you better turn them in, because your counsel can tell you what the government does. They wait till your food stamps, when you take those monies from the government and you shouldn't have it, they wait till it becomes a felony. Then they turn it in. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So we have a deadbeat mom here. She's not taking care of her daughter. Sounds like she dropped her off with her mother. She's not working when there's nothing wrong with her. She's being forced to get a full-time job. Just sitting around being bummy on other people's couches, all day doing nothing but eating illegal substances like the judge said, which we know she's taking in more than that. But yeah, she's all in court acting like a little kid at the principal's office. When do these modern women ever grow up? We're talking about the basics here. and then she's playing around thinking that this attitude is cute, you're going to end up getting food stamp fraud charges. Quit playing. Relying on money from the government instead of getting a job and earning a living. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. Special thank you to Felix. I appreciate you, Felix, for all of your support. And shout out to Payton. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.